Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Brothers and sisters, our dear brother Abu Ammar, also known as Brother Walid, his mother-in-law, Raja Malis, passed away in Syria. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi rajiun. May Allah give her Jannatul Firdaus. May Allah forgive her shortcomings. May Allah forgive all of her sins. And may Allah give the sabr to the family, inshallah. Imam Azhar, inshallah, will make a dua. Assalamu alaikum.
We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the deceased. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make the transition to the next world easy for her. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala elevate her ranks. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala raise her on the day of judgment with the Sulaha and the Anbiya. And we ask that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant patience to the family members who are left behind. We pray to Allah for her and all those who have passed on. May Allah forgive all of them also. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. اللهم اغفر لها وارحمها وعافها واعف عنها وأكرم نزلها ووسع مدخلها واغسلها بالماء والثلج والبرد ونقها من الخطايا كما ينقى الثوب الأبيض من الدنس. اللهم اجعل قبرها روضة من رياض الجنة. اللهم اغفر لها وارحمها وسكنها في الجنة. اللهم اغفر لنا ولإخواننا الذين سبقونا بالإيمان ولا تجعل في قلوبنا غلا للذين آمنوا ربنا إنك رؤوف رحيم. اللهم اغفر لنا ولجميع المؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات إنك سميع قريب مجيب الدعوات. اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وأدخلنا الجنة مع الأبرار يا عزيز يا غفار يا رب العالمين. يا اللهم اشف مرضانا وعاف مبتلانا وارحم موتانا يا رب العالمين. اللهم ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا يا مولانا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. وصلى الله تعالى وسلم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم. Sheikh Al-Salan could not be here tonight. He had a program at UTD, and so would just like to spend a few minutes. I cannot do justice to his topic of discussion, nor am I intending to cover it in any way. But I just want to share with you something that we all learned today in the Tarbiyah program this afternoon. You see, gratitude in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's eyes is a very good thing. It's an admirable quality to be grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala regardless what the circumstances or the conditions may be. And when a person goes in a state of being ungrateful, three things happen, and I want to share those three things, and then I'll tell you the story behind it. When a person becomes ungrateful of what they have, the first thing that is seized is the blessings within that thing. So for example, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives you wealth, and it is sufficient, it is helpful in whichever way, shape or form, if you express gratitude for it, Allah within that same number will give barakah. Barakah means Allah will have this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bless it with the ability to stretch and go far. The little will go a long way. And you will be amazed and astonished of how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is getting you through with this. In addition to that, another sign of barakah is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not afflict upon you trials and tribulations that would otherwise deplete that resource. Now when a person complains, the first thing that goes is that barakah. The second thing that goes with further complaint is everything else but that thing. For example, a person has a variety of items in the fridge, and they're saying, I don't want to eat leftovers from yesterday. What will happen then is everything else but the leftovers will be there. And a person will be so adamant on their ungratefulness that they will not want to even touch it. So again, first the blessings will go from the thing. Then everything else will go and that thing will remain and it will become despised in your eyes. And if we continue to express our dissatisfaction, then Allah will take that thing itself. There's a story that we've been covering for a few weeks. It's a very lengthy story that our Habib Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us and taught us, recorded by Imam Bukhari, about the life of Hajar alayhi salam and Ismail alayhi salam. And how when they settled down and people started passing by, and the people of Jurhum said, you know what, we're going to stay here. They called their families. It started becoming a lively place to live. Ismail alayhi salam grew up amidst them, and they were very much happy and pleased by his effort. He learned the Arabic language from them. He also grew up learning character and morals from them. In the absence of his father, they were very happy to have him amidst themselves. So they married one of their daughters off to him. Now, much later, Ibrahim alayhi salam said, you know what, I'm going to go visit my family. And so he went, but he did not know that his wife, Hajar alayhi salam, had already passed. Shortly after Ismail alayhi salam got married, his mother passed. May Allah have mercy on her soul. You know, she is one of the instrumental figures that will continue to live on till the Day of Judgment. As whenever we go to Hajj and Umrah, we repeat and we reenact the practice of running between the two mountains. It was her frantic running selflessly with faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with the dua of Ibrahim alayhi salam, that gave the world Zamzam water. And so when he got to the town and he found out about the passing of his wife, he went out seeking for his son. He knocked the door of his son and a lady opened the door. He asked of Ismail, but Ismail alayhi salam was out making his livelihood. You know, we have a lot to complain about in this world today, but believe me, brothers and sisters, think about the people before you. They had nothing. Think about the people who are in our world today who have nothing. Think about the people in this country tonight who have nothing. It seems that when we have more, we complain more. And we have nothing, we embrace that as everything. It's amazing the psychology and the spirituality of a person in these different stages. And so he asked of Ismail, she said he's out seeking a livelihood. He asked her, how are you guys getting by? And she said, well, it's tough life, very strenuous, we're living in poverty, we have a lot of problems. And he said, okay, when Ismail comes, alayhi salam, convey my salam to him. He never introduced himself, by the way. Just this old man coming to visit this child. He said, give my salam to him and tell him to change the gate, the sill of the gate. Change it. When Ismail alayhi salam came home, he sensed the presence of somebody had come. And subhanAllah, Ismail alayhi salam may have never remembered his father's face. He was left as a baby. But there is a sense and a feeling which reinstills in us the belief of the soul, how the soul is alive and how the soul can feel. He said, did somebody come by today? She said, yeah, this old man came by today. And what did he ask? He asked about you, but you were not here. Did he ask anything else? So she said, yeah, he asked about our state of affairs. And I told him that, things are really depressing and, we're suffering and we're struggling. Did he give any instructions? Now look at this bond between father and son. Did he give any instructions? He said, yes. He gave salam and said, you change the frame of the door or the gate. He said that was my father. My father came and his instruction meant that I have to divorce you. Now, many people who know this story use it as justification to tell their children to divorce their spouses if we as parents or in-laws are not happy with them. Let's not go down that path tonight, and let's never go down that path. Because a prophet is a prophet, his son is to be a prophet, and what Ibrahim alayhi salam was instructing him to do was, when you become part of an environment that is toxic, full of complaints and ungratefulness, it affects you also. The one point I want us to take out of our homes tonight is the talk, the gestures, the actions of dissatisfaction and the lack of gratitude. And so he divorced her. And thereafter he married another one of the people of Jurhum. Many months later, much long later, the Prophet ﷺ said he made the journey back. And when he made the journey back, he went seeking his son. He knocked the door. A woman opened the door. He said, "Where's Ismail?" She said, "Ismail is out making a livelihood." He said, "How are you doing?" She said, "Alhamdulillah, we're doing so good." He said, "How are you getting by?" She said, "We're getting by better than we can expect." Remember, it's the same house, same environment. Amazon Prime hasn't been introduced yet. It's the same place, okay? And he says, "What do you eat?" And she said, "We eat meat and we drink water." He said, "May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you in your meat and your water." At this point, the Prophet ﷺ pauses and says, at that time, she didn't even have a grain in the house. But if that grain was there, the dua was to bless that grain also. But with utmost happiness, not knowing who this man was, but this was her real state. I'm happy. And so he gave salam for Ismail and said, tell Ismail to fortify the gate and to protect the sill of the gate. And so when he comes back, she said, "This handsome old man came today. He asked about you." What did he say? She says he asked about our condition, and I told him we're doing really good and we're eating fine, and he made dua for us. Did he instruct anything? She said yes. He gave salam and he said, "Tell Ismail to fortify and strengthen the gate of the house." He said, "That was my father, and he is saying that I need to keep you as myself." Now, brothers and sisters, I want to stop here. Understand one thing. If we go down the path of dissatisfaction and becoming ungrateful, the first thing we will lose, it's a 3-strike here. The first strike will be blessing will be gone. If you were accustomed to eating this much, you'll now start eating this much and it won't fill you up. At that time, let that serve as a sign. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم أستغفر الله ربي من كل ذنب وأتوب إليه. Oh Allah, forgive me for my ungratefulness. May it be so that Allah returns barakah back into it. But if at that point we complain again, food is costing too much, and this food is not tasting as good anymore, then Allah will start removing all the other items. That's strike 2. There's signs. And if we don't wake up to that sign, may it not be that Allah removes the rug from under our feet. So what do we say, everyone? And then what do we say after astaghfirullah? Alhamdulillah. There is the hadith of Prophet ﷺ, الطهور شطر الإيمان والحمد لله تملأ الميزان. When you say Alhamdulillah, say Alhamdulillah. I don't hear you all. Alhamdulillah. It fills up the mizan. It fills up the scales. وَسُبْحَانَ اللَّهِ وَالْحَمْدُ لِلَّهِ تَمْلَآنِ مَا بَيْنَ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. And Subhanallah and Alhamdulillah fill up everything between the heavens and the earth. So go home tonight and tell your family that let us all say Alhamdulillah. Let us fill the scales of our deeds before we sleep tonight. And let us truly be grateful for what we have. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase the barakah in what He's given us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to gain more from whatever He's given us. May Allah never deprive us from this blessing. May Allah not test us with taking the blessings around us away from us. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prevent us from falling in a state that we lose the item itself. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Jazakumullah khairan for your time. May Allah accept from us all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ameen.